Welcome to Crooners and Coffeeshops, everyone. My name is Heather. Today I have Armon Hassan, and we're here to discuss new music from his solo work as well as After Our Animals and how he is genre bending. Armon, I would love to hear about how you got started in music.
Yeah, when I was in high school, freshman in high school, I had a group of friends that all like the same type of music as me and everything. And one of them played guitar, another played drums, and we just kind of started jamming. And we started a band called Abide By Me, and we just started like playing shows in the area. And we quickly got like other members involved in everything. And yeah, it just kind of took off from there. And Abide By Me was a little bit more popular in like the metal scene in Milwaukee too, which was pretty cool, especially being like my first band and like being young and like in high school and everything. So it was really cool.
Yeah, super successful. Once you grab that success, you can never go back.
Yeah.
So you've actually been busy during this year, not only with your solo releases, but also recent releases for After Our Animals. So congratulations on being productive.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would love to know how the songwriting, recording, and even promotion process has been similar or different between all of the works that you've recently released.
Yeah, I guess for my solo stuff, I kind of like start out by like demoing some stuff in my own home studio. And then I send it to the guys at the label I'm a part of called N43. And they kind of pick which demos they like the most and everything. And then we kind of like go from there and I head into the studio and get to work with a couple different really awesome and talented engineers. And then with After Our Animals, it's the other vocalist in the band, Nick. He's kind of like the brains of the operation. And then the rest of the band kind of helps like come up with ideas and everything like that. And it's kind of like a well-oiled machine. But for the most part, when it comes to like writing, it's kind of like both areas I feel like I have like a team. So it's pretty nice.
It's always good to have people that you trust working on the thing that you love the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And how would you say that creating music for a group setting is similar or different than that of your solo work, apart from the obvious?
I like writing in a group setting and like in a band and everything. I think it's cool because it's so many people kind of like with ideas. But I definitely enjoy solo music by like having a little bit more control. Like with my solo stuff, if I want to do something a certain way, I don't have to be like, let's meet halfway on like an idea. It's just kind of like, okay, I get to do it, you know. And if it doesn't end up working out, kind of my own fault. But there's benefits. There's ups and downs to writing solo, and then there's ups and downs to writing in a group. I realize so.
Well, you're getting both experiences, and luckily neither are too terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
You're staying sane at least, which is always the good thing.
Absolutely.
And your musical works pull from many different genres on a sonic scale, which is always great to hear, especially in the modern setting. Do you feel that at some point there's going to be kind of like a cease of the specification of genres in the modern music industry?
I like to think so. I mean, especially with like After Our Animals stuff. I mean, people are so quick to call us like a metal band and everything because we have screaming, but we're like, I don't know. I don't think we're metal. I think we're like rock, you know, and everything. And I feel like so many bands that used to be like really heavy are kind of like taking that gap of like heavy music and radio heavy music and just kind of like combining it. And then same with like pop and like rock. I mean, like MGK's new album is like a cool representation of that. I mean, he's a hip hop artist, but he came out with a pop punk album. I don't know. I just think labeling bands and genres is just not my favorite thing. But like, I get why there are labels and everything like that. But I think eventually that'll kind of dissipate.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, like, obviously we understand why the genre came to be, especially when the music industry started and they needed, you know, those labels and such in order to sell on a marketing scale. But I feel like everybody is just starting to dip their toes into the same pools, and everything is just going to be classified as music one day. Just music.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the goal for sure that I'm hoping to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and a fun question for you. If you could choose 3 artists to go on a world tour with, whether it be your solo work or within your band, who would you choose and what would you name your tour?
Bring Me the Horizon for sure.
Yes.
Probably with both. I feel like Bring Me the Horizon can tour with anybody. It's like nowadays, so they kind of do whatever they want to do. Post Malone, because he just seems like a really cool guy to hang out with. And I don't know. Probably honestly like maybe like 30 Seconds to Mars or something. Because I feel like that would just be really cool. I always like that band. And I think I'd call the tour Breakdowns and Bentleys.
That is so wonderful. I can't wait for the 2021 tour.
Right? You're hoping.
It's going to happen. I'm trying to stay positive.
Right? Absolutely.
So, if you could give your younger self any advice in regards to what you've experienced within music or within your own life in general, what advice would you give him?
Honestly, probably just to like enjoy playing music and playing shows and not worry so much about the end result. I mean, I feel like I kind of like wasted a lot of time always just focused on like trying to be like, oh, I want to do this so that way I could end up doing this and this and that instead of just like hanging out and enjoying the moment and like really living in it. So,
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are feeling like that because of the pandemic. We're starting to reevaluate what's important in our lives.
yeah, absolutely.
And you look back and you're like, I should not have worried so much about that one thing.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And what do you hope that your audience will take away from your music?
I don't know. I guess it's just like in high school and everything. I always wore my heart on my sleeve, and I had so many friends in like high school and stuff that would always tell me to like man up and like kind of like suck it up and everything like that. And I guess like the way I write my songs and like what I write about, or even in After Our Animals, like it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be sad, and instead of like sucking it up and manning up, I think people should just kind of embrace it sometimes.
Absolutely. And I'm really glad that your music encases that as well. It's very important, especially just in terms of mental health. I mean, gosh, how many times do we have to hear like women are so emotional and men need to step up and be like the strong, like burly man and not be like quote unquote sissies.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You know, like it's okay for a dude to cry. Like,
absolutely normalize men's emotions
absolutely.
and female strength. We can be both.
Oh, hell yeah. I know a lot of girls are way more strong, like when it comes to like emotional stuff than I am. So absolutely.
And apart from, that 2021 tour that we get to look forward to, what other big exciting things should we be expecting from you?
Well, After Animals just recorded 2 really awesome new songs that I'm really stoked about. And then I'm kind of trying to find a sound, I guess, for my solo stuff right now. So I've got like 20 plus demos that I'm just like going through and just trying to figure out. And I just started finally like recording stuff the past couple of weeks and everything. So really finalizing everything. So I'm stoked to see what comes of it.
Yes, and we are as well. We're excited for new After Hour Animals, and we're definitely excited for new solo stuff as well.
Awesome. Hell yeah. I can't wait for people to hear it.
Yeah. And where can everybody find you online?
My solo stuff is just Armon Hassan across the board. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, kind of. Yeah, trying it out at least. And then with After Our Animals, it's After Hour MKE across everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. After Our Animals TikTok is pretty popping, so check it out.
Yeah, we'll definitely have everybody check that out. And to get into our coffee shop appreciation portion here at Crooners and Coffeeshops, we love our coffee, and a pandemic is not going to stop that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I wanted to shout out Burst CBD coffee. So I'm not sure if they rebranded or not, but I did receive a sample from the Los Angeles Coffee Festival, which actually should have been happening around this time. So it's been like a full year, but it is CBD infused coffee, and that is Burst CBD. Armand, do you have any favorite coffee shops, any cafes that you would like to shout out?
There's a coffee shop kind of by my house. It's in Milwaukee off North Avenue, kind of by 55th Street. They're really sweet. They're really nice because every time like I'm walking my dogs, I'll call them and they'll like bring the coffee out for me and everything. So I always thought that was really nice. And they did that before COVID and everything. So I always thought that was really cool. And I just really like hazelnut flavored coffees in general. So
Yes.
that's my go-to.
hazelnut flavored coffee, hazelnut spread, hazelnut coffee creamer, just all of it is delicious.
Absolutely.
Well, Armon, it was wonderful to have you today on the
Thanks for having me.
podcast after a 12-hour workday. So thank you so much for blessing us with your
Of
time. And
course.
now you get to relax.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We will check everyone later. Stay safe out there and stay caffeinated.
Absolutely. Have a good one.